another video, and today I will be VOD reviewing my friend who plays on PC. Today I will be doing two different VODs, one on Busan where he plays support, and one on King's Row where he plays tank. And they're both quick plays. Alright, let's start it up. I'll start it when he gets here.
Now traveling to Busan. Ready for battle.
Alright. Let me change my settings. Alright. Let's see if he's gonna join. Alright. I'm sorry, I'm waiting for him to join before I start. The person I will be spectating is Flare Blaze. There it is.
Ready for battle.
Here it is. Okay. Alright, let's see how well I play Ana. Let's go.
Never stop.
Alright, so let's see,
Truly is wasted on the young.
so team comp wise, well, I'll wait for them to pick. Waiting for someone to pick. Okay. Someone on the enemy team.
4, 3, 2.
Alright. So let's talk team comp wise right now. So on your team, tank wise you have Diva and Roadhog. Alright. So this isn't the best. This is kind of bad right now because you do not have a shield. As you can see on the enemy team, they have a Zarya and a Symmetra and Ursa that all have high damage. Alright, now they have an Ashe, which is even worse to play against without a shield because that will give her dynamites big value and just her shots, it gives her free reign. And so shield would be better. Orion is obviously the best, he's really good right now. And then we go Soldier 76 and Torbjorn. Those are both good. Here, let me skip forward. And Ana is really good. She's probably the best support, I'd say, now. One of them. and she brings a lot of utility. Moira, you don't. One thing, you're running double shield. You don't have. That's really good heals, but you don't have very much utility other than the on a nade and sea dart, and you don't have a real defensive ult. Coalescence can kind of like make more healing, but that's not a really good defensive ult. That's more of an offensive, what I'd say. So double support is good because you have a lot of healing, but you don't have very much utility or defensive ult, because they have a Reaper and his Death Blossom will just get a lot of value because you don't really have anything that can stop it other than Hog Hook. And on their comp they have Orisa, Zarya, which honestly is pretty bad as well. When you want Orisa, usually you have a Sigma for double shield and maybe a Hog, but I wouldn't go Hog very much anymore. The reason why is because the Orisa shield nerf that happened a while ago. Her shield only has 600 HP and it's really low, so you mostly want to play Orisa with another shield like a Sigma or a Reinhardt. Other than that, it could work. So Ashe is really good, Reaper's good, and then they have Mercy and Moira, which are pretty good. Mercy can pocket the Ashe or just heal good. So let's get in.
I'm overloading.
Alright, you ready? I'm going with your team. Your team's kind of splitting up a little. The best way to play obviously is to group up. Ooh, they have a lever on their team, which is lucky for you. Probably a disconnect or something. And but what I was saying is you mostly want to be grouped up, usually around your main tank or your shield tank. In this case you don't have a shield tank, so it's still probably better to group up and still focus same targets is what you would want in a normal game, especially comp. In quick play it's more forgiving because you don't really lose a star or anything. Ana, your positioning, Ana doesn't really want to stay right up in the fight. She's more of a long range healer, so you want to keep your distance a bit. But let's see. Alright, now your team's going away. Alright, so and anyways, so that nade is your best ability. Nade is a really good defensive tool, but it's also a really strong offensive tool because it prevents all healing from the enemy team if you land it in them. So you don't want to throw it away just to heal up like 20 HP for 2 people. You want to use it in big value. You have a Moira right there that's already healing them, so, and you can just shoot them with your primary fire, so you don't have to use that nade right there. You want to usually save it. Also, you don't want to use your nade to heal yourself very often unless you absolutely have to. Your other support should heal you. Alright. That's a good kill by Hog. That means you're 2 people up. Alright. So I don't mind the drop here. Oops. Dang it. So to you. Alright, the hog drops, you look to heal him, and then you drop. So, right here with Ana, you probably want to be positioned somewhere around here, shooting them on the high ground. Maybe over here, somewhere. You don't really want to be close onto the point as you're healing them, but you usually want to keep your distance and be somewhere where you can see everywhere, and keep in mind for flankers, so they have a Reaper which can flank to you and shoot you, so be mindful about that when you're in. Wow, 100 comments. Alright, that's fine. Alright. I mean, that's kind of a waste, but I mean, not that. He pretty much already won. Alright, now you cap point. Usually, teams, when they have like a main tank, usually a broad team, which is like Reinhardt, Zarya, or Reinhardt, D.Va, would want to be up here, brawling right here, because this is the main choke that most teams come through. And it also allows you to go over there if a team goes down there. But and longer range comps like double shield would probably be back more either on the point or maybe on this high ground. Right now you don't really have double shield. You don't have a main tank or shield, so I don't really know exactly where she's playing. My best bet is probably coming up here, and your main tank or your hog and D.Va and DPS come and brawl up here instead of just sitting on point, because you already capped it. But you're fine probably being on point. That's good. Okay. I want to see what just happened. Alright, you go up there to heal. That's good. That nade wasn't the best. You could have thrown it now at the enemies and gotten a lot more value because they couldn't heal. Alright, so now let's look at ults. You have D.Va and you have almost have a Soldier 76 visor. So what you would want to do is you want your nano visor is probably the best combo for you to use. Also, other people you might nano as hog or even a coalescing Moira. That's actually pretty good. Another thing that you can use your ult to is to save someone from dying, but that's not always the best way to use it. But yeah. So your D.Va uses it there, and that's good since they don't really have like tank, or did they use their shield already? Either way, it got 4 kills, so that's a good bomb. Maybe you could argue you didn't really need to do it there, but just quickly. Alright, getting shots, nice kill. Now they're done their team. And yeah, you probably want to be over here healing and stuff like we were, or if you want to throw a big nade into them, but be mindful that their D.Va can eat your orb, or can eat your nade, so be mindful of D.Va's nade. Alright, now they have a Mei, so you have to be extra careful. Alright, right now you're a little slow to react you could hear the point ticking, so they're capping or obviously going a different way. So you should now probably stay up here or go to the other side and heal your team. Let's see what you do. Alright, you missed your speed dart, but now you're really out in the open and the risk is back and she killed you. Alright, so let's see that again. So you're right here. They put a wall up and you stay right here. After you see the wall, I would immediately turn and go back over here, or go back or look the other way, because they might be long enough to do that, or they could be long enough damage. Either way, you probably would want to get a better position. Now you hear the sound of someone on the point, and you could see the thing turning from above, so you probably would want to turn back and go with your team. I don't know if you have a mic or can communicate with them, but start that. But I definitely would not go over here, and maybe you could try to get a cheeky seat dart off. If you hit it, then great. If you don't, then oh well. But I would be back more, either over here where the soldier is, or back a point over here somewhere. But I would not want to rush in between the enemy team and you die for it. Let's see this fight.
I'm not ready to hang it.
Coming back from to point. Either way would have been good. Your team's winning the fight right now, so that's good. And you should stay here now and just shoot from above. But it's fine if you don't. Good sweep. Alright, focus the Ursa, good nade. Super done some healing if at it. And yeah, good round win. Keep on going. Alright. So it looks like same team comps except for they now have a hog, which you won't know now, but one thing with hog, they have a Orisa hog, which means that they can pull and hook you. So you want to be mindful about the hog and want a good position. Probably don't want to be inside of the team, or you want to keep your range, especially so you don't get hooked. So good healing. This Irish. One thing is, if you zoom in, if you right click, those are hit scan. When you shoot right click, those are hit scan. So as your diva is up close, so you don't really need to have hit scan, but for far range targets, zooming in would be the best, because it can instead of projectile. Right. Now there I would have zoomed in with something. That you pushed up a little far, and yeah, you die. Alright. So it's good healing. I would probably stay right there. You saw the target low. I mean, I know there was a Ursa, not Ursa, Maywa in the way, but if you reacted fast enough, you could have turned and might have healed the Torb, and he might not have died there. But I would have just probably stayed right here and healed them up. And then you walk into turrets. This is way too far. If you wanted to walk around here, and you could heal them, make it a better spot, and then you could try to kill the Mercy. But then you walk way up here and are in range of the turret, and the turret just smoked you, and you didn't react to that. Alright. Yeah, that's good, taking a couple shots. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing really you could do right now. You're building ult charge, which is good, so. Yeah. Right here, you're, pushing too far now. You're already below 100 HP, below half health, and, everyone's looking at you. You don't have a shield, so you don't really want to be poking right now. Go back, nice, and your healers. That's a little early. You want to do that when your team's pushing in. That way you get the most out of it. You could heal your team and block healing from the enemy team. Or you could throw it before the fight starts to block them. But that was a little. Alright. Oh no. My bad. I restarted it. Good poke shots, but then you get too far, you get too greedy and take a lot of damage right here. So, yeah, I'll stop. So right now your team should be grouping up. Everyone's alive now. Okay, and let's look at your ult now, cause you'd use it on the hog right here. So
You're powered up. Get in there.
this isn't bad, but look at the range, like here. They use sim wall, which means your damage, no damage can get through that, and Hog is a close range character, cause he has a shotgun. If you want to nano him, he would most likely nano him when he's in the fight, in the brawl, damaging and taking a lot of damage, because it also reduces damage done, and it heals initially. So you want to use it when he's in the fight, and doing it right there doesn't really give it much value. And then also, you could wait for the soldier ult. A nano visor is really good. So, in either way, you want to look for the most value you can in your ult. So, there you go. And then I do not know why you did that. You should have stayed on the high ground. They're only at 50% capture, so it's not like it was at 90 or something and you needed to touch. And then the hog just helps you, because you're in a bad position. And then furthermore, you missed that seat dart. You could have gotten away with it if you hit the seat dart, but he probably kills you. Or he backs up. I do not know why he didn't kill you. You were at 83 HP.
I've seen worse.
Alright, no. Yeah, just heal. That was actually a good bomb. Alright. I wanna see how much health the people was at. Alright, Hog taking a lot of damage. That's fine. Alright, they use blow jump they use Mei's ult. So, alright, now you probably want to just immediately start healing up people. And then D.Va used her bomb. And I'll tell you that that's actually a pretty good time to use bomb, because her bomb can actually prevent the enemy team from firing on you when you're frozen, because they're worried about the bomb. They can make them worried for a bomb. So that would be a good time for D.Va to use it. But she should have used it up more. She should have angled it up more. And that's probably why it doesn't get much. And then yeah, the Mei just warded off, which was good by their Mei. So yeah. At that point, you pretty much already lost the fight. And the Torb should not have used ult. And if your hog dies right here, I would just die with him. Alright. Yeah. I mean, it works. Y'all win the fight, I guess, now. So, I guess that worked out. You use pretty much all your ults, although you have another one coming up soon, so that means you were doing a lot of healing, and you're doing good. So, good job. That, you didn't really need to nade there. Look at the turrets, nice. Heal. Alright, so you have Nano. Now you might just look to heal. Like, yeah, I was about to say I would Nano her just to survive and do that extra damage and clear people off. So that was a good Nano. And nade right there. If you had naded a little bit earlier, and you could have gotten big value, but that was a good nade. Even if you missed, would have been really good. That's fine. The enemy isn't really pushing. Alright, watch out for the Mei. She could two-shot you if she gets a headshot. Kinda a waste of a sweet dart. But it's fine. Look to heal. You should have been looking to heal, and you should have been playing a bit further back. And you might also need to be thinking about Mei ult. That's not all your... nice try. Yeah, you're what else? Nade yourself and then push past to heal. Right there, if you're missing those shots, I would just zoom in and fire him in. I have a Winston, yeah, good win. Yeah, you played pretty well, actually. Here's just a couple positioning tips, and yeah, pretty good heals and priority. I didn't really talk much about healing priority and stuff like that, because you didn't really have any issues, but the main thing is nade. You have to worry about nade. Nade is probably her most valuable thing. Right. So let me start with tank your King's Row. Tank on King's Row.
Now entering King's Row.
And let's see. No, I actually play I play tank now. Tank is my main, so I main D.Va and Zarya. So this will be good for me. Let's see. You're the last person to go through. There it is. Alright. So right here. So your team comp. You have Orion D.Va, which is a good comp. Those who go good together. So does Rhine and even Rhaenyra. On this map, Rhaenyra is actually really good. You could keep your distance right here, and you can pull Fire Strike. Alright, so you can play anything, but Roadhogs are instant. Okay. So, alright, so the team comp is looking good. Zen, Moira. Moira's your main healer, so that's good, but Zen's actually decent now. He was pretty much the worst character or worst healer. He has pretty low healing, but his damage is insane. So Zen's alright, especially since you have a Bastion. A Mercy might be better in this case, but Zen could also be good because you could focus targets with Discord. Yeah, Bastion's fine. Yeah, and then Hanzo's good. Then their team comp, they do not have a shield, and they have double hit scan, Widowmaker and Soldier. So, you don't know, but usually Widows stand in the top on when it's starting. So, and usually you could actually see the Widow from here. Oh, that's Baptiste. Where's the Widow? But usually you want to try looking and seeing if there's anyone. Obviously you can't really see through walls, but Sonic Arrow is really good. You have a Hanzo, so I would ask the Hanzo to Sonic Arrow either door to see where they're going. Here, this positioning isn't the best. I would want to be with your tank. You want to be, say, with your main tank. Say with your Rhine. And then, but this is fine right now. This I don't really like. You kind of try flanking or whatever, and you're way too close. You want to play with your team, but that's fine. You also, no, never mind. Zen can heal long range. Alright, you see someone up there, and you do that, which is fine, I guess. Your Hanzo finishes the kill. Now I'd be looking for where their team is. This is a no-no. There's a Soldier and a Moira. Alright, you go for the Moira, which is good target priority, but because you want to focus the supports, but the Moira also has a fade, so you have to be mindful of that. So you're going into a Soldier and Moira, which Soldier can damage you really well, and then Moira can also damage you and heal if she wants. So that wasn't the best decision. Plus, you don't know if their team is like right behind or right up close. That can also just take you out of mech and or fully kill you. Which is honestly better than taking out of the mech. But right now you're kind of just wasting him, and you get booster back, but you go back to the spawn. You should have used boosters to go out and go back to your team. As you can see, the Roadhog already killed or eliminated your Bastion, so that if you had been with them, let's see how they can. You could have protected them better. Because you probably hooked the Bastion. And when someone gets hooked, you can DM them and stop them from getting one-shotted if they're squishy. So if you had been playing here, let's imagine you're playing here. So I'll play for you.
This is my
Alright, you're right here. Think of their team. Oh, nice. Hanzo got a kill. Hey, Bastion, don't go up there. Bastion, come back. Oh, wow, that was awful positioning by the Bastion. I don't know what he did.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know why Bastion went there. Bastion just stayed there. And when you have Bastion, usually you want to be further back. But Bastion's just throwing. He went here and then got hooked. If you were with the team, I'm not saying you could have prevented this, but you might have been able to push up and then DM him. But that's all Bastion's fault. You couldn't have protected him either way. But you could have had a better chance if you're there or not there. And now you're just kind of feeding the soldier ult charge. How much? Yeah, he's at 20. Yeah. Kind of feeding the soldier ult charge, and now your team's getting picked over here. Oh no, wait, they're getting picked. Never mind. Anyways, you want to get back to your team. So you do that, but then you turn and go there. You should have just boosted behind the bus for cover. And then you saw Zara. So now that you have boosters, I would boost immediately to the team and tell the Moira to heal you as you're coming back. And then I would, at this point you should just die because you like me, yeah. So their team should be pushed up. I don't know why they aren't. Oh no, you have a Genji. I don't know. Alright, right here. That's good because you probably would have gotten there fast. You probably got there faster than if you went main. Then I probably would have dropped, or maybe if you wanted to, boost forward and DM the Reinhardt. And by DM, I mean defense matrix. It's the protector. So I would have boosted forward and DM the Reinhardt and the Moira to make sure they didn't die at the moment. Because if you had been looking at the Rhine instead of looking at the team, you could have DM'd him. Though they do have a Zarya which can go through your DM, so he might have still died, but he would have had a better chance because he wouldn't have died from the hog. And then you go into basically their whole team. There's Zarya, which is at a pretty high charge, that's about medium charge, and a hog, which neither one you would be able to kill on your own. Your best bet, if any, would be the soldier or even the widow or bat in the back. But going into both their tanks in the middle of their team wouldn't be the best. You probably should have just grouped up at their team. As soon as your Rhine died, turned around and started going back. And like slowly going back. More is whatever. There's nothing you can. You're coming back. They're about to tank point, but for some reason they step off a point. Now your team's taking down some there, but not that much, and you come back here. Yeah, they haven't taken it yet. And they aren't, for some reason they aren't on point. So maybe you could have tried recontesting, which you do right here. But your team doesn't. Let's see if your team does. Yeah, your team doesn't push in with you. So if you had a mic, you could have said, "Come on, we can recontest," or something, to touch point, whatever. But if you don't see your team coming at all, just go back to your team and regroup. The worst thing you could do right now is die. At that point, you can eat the orb, and then you turn the other way and get out of there. Yeah. If you had stayed there, as soon as you saw her, as soon as you got boosters out, you could have turned this way, this way, and gone to your team. Why is there a sorry there? Either way. But then you waited, and then the orb, you could have eaten the orb. One thing you can do is eat the orb with your DM, and then just turn this way and go. But you don't, and you die. And then come back to the team and ask them to heal you. What's this doing? How are he still alive? Wait, and go back. Alright, they got the point. You're back here. You're there, and the soldier doesn't. There, they cap the point. Then right there, you turn around and go the other way. You go this way. You don't, then you eat the orb. You don't. And soldier demechs you. What you should have done is come up and just kill you. Oh, Ryan is there. When did Ryan get there? Anyways, Ryan got there. So I guess, yeah, that's a smart choice by the soldier and going away. You stay alive. This is probably what I'd do. Use a corner and try to get my mech back at that point. And then boost out. It's good. Alright, that was good choices. So, oh my goodness. I tried pressing tab, but... Or I tried bringing up the screen, but... reset. Alright, so you go back, and then you go there. Alright, you go back to your team. That's good. And now, your team has gotten 2 picks, or right now you can see 1 pick in the screen. And your Rhine is low. So right now, you should probably just back up and heal the Rhine. And right now, what you should be doing is communicating your ults. You should be like, I have Diva Bomb. I have Reinhardt. Haha! I have Reinhardt. Earth Shatter. Haha! Glory to be won. And then he's like, okay, let's Bomb Shatter. Even though they don't have a tank. Or even though they don't have a shield, they can steal immortality, they could still run away. So, Bomb Shatter is a really good combo, especially if they have Rhine. So, imagine you're playing Diva and they have Rhine, and you have Bomb. And they can just shield it. You throw Bomb, and they have Rhine. And it gets no value because the Reinhardt just shielded it. If you have a Rhine too, and your Rhine has Earth Shatter, you can throw your bomb behind the Reinhardt shield. So this is a Reinhardt right here. He's a Reinhardt. You throw the bomb behind him over here and make him turn his shield. And then after he turns the shield, the Reinhardt, your Reinhardt, shatters their Rhine. And the bomb goes off and gets a sextuple kill. Imagine that. Obviously, their team does not have a Reinhardt or any shield in that fact. But they still have Immortality Field, and if the Reinhardt shatters the Baptiste, he doesn't have that, and their team also can't get up and go behind a wall or anything because they're on the ground. So even if they don't have a shield, that's still a good combo. And you see him shatter there, so you might as well just throw a bomb here. But you know, and that's fine. You clean it up anyways. But that's just a good combo that you should know. Alright, contesting the Widow. That's fine. You should have killed her though. You should kill her. Yeah, there you go. Probably should have killed her earlier, but whatever. Go to your team and heal. Alright. What is this? Immortality Field. Where are they? Oh, we're here. And in about 2 seconds that'll run out. Anyways, just throw your bomb. Throw your bomb. Up in there. No. Okay. Good kill. And then boost to your team so you could get killed. That's what you should have done there. Alright. But you're right here. You see him use Immortality. As soon as that I see that he used Immortality in there, I'd just bomb straight up in the air. Like, do this. Like aim forward and then up, and then the bomb would just be like, boom, and kill them all. But you don't. And you see you're getting glow. One thing that people do use bomb for is to regain their mech, because when you're outside of your mech, you're pretty much useless. So he's damaging you there. So even now you could still use bomb, press triangle. You could try to boost forward and press it, but just press it and you can keep your mech. You get out and then get back. You would have bombed, probably gotten at least 1 or 2 picks. That more probably would have died in her ult, which means they just wasted that ult. And you could have had your mech back already. And they just used two or 3 more ults and just win the fight.
I'm ready to initiate self-destruct sequence.
Either time with bomb, you could have just won that fight with bomb there. Cheers, love. No. Wait, sorry. What does she say? Nerf this. Okay. You kind of wasted some DM there, but that's fine. Now you get out. Just boost out immediately. Not that. That might. Alright, use your bomb. Throw it up. Alright, you see them. You try firing them. That's fine. And then you do that, which actually is pretty nice. You shoot her. You're shooting at her. Now you have bomb. You see 3 people on payload. Just boost up. Don't boost like straight up. Like, don't do this. Do this. And then the bomb will go up and then come back down and just blow up right here. Nice hook. Where's that hook coming from? Is it coming from his leg? Is his leg hooking? How do you throw a hook with your leg? Anyways, but you don't do what I said, and you bomb right there. Which surprisingly gets 3 kills, which it definitely shouldn't have. They definitely should have reacted and went away from it instead of going back into it. And then that was... You shouldn't have boosted into them right there. It's both their tanks, but whatever. You probably could have eaten both of those ults if you had your mech, if you hadn't boosted forward and you kept your mech. Yeah. Either way, you almost... No, you don't. Here. Your team has better ults right now. Better ult con right now. So, yeah, good thing. I would boost forward and DM them, just so that they can get out. You're getting kills. So, yeah. I wouldn't have shot the bubble unless you had the missiles, because that just fed her big charts, and Zarya can melt you if she has enough. But you don't. That's still good. If she's low enough, like she was low, you can just burst down the bubble and kill her. That's why I said with missiles it would have been better, because you could have done it faster. She had the chance to have gotten killed by that piece, and she could have done that too if she had done it. So either way, it's good. Right now, you just lost your mech. You were too far forward. You weren't really with your team. You need to be with your Reinhardt. And then the Widow just picked everyone because she's uncontested. The Reinhardt dies and they use Visor. Yeah. That's good. He disengaged. I would have gotten the health pack and then I would have tried to boost towards payload. Probably. That's good. Okay. Alright, you should have eaten that orb just so that you wouldn't have taken damage. Nice try. Let's see. Could that have worked? Alright there. You see them. But you need to know, like, see that. They have immortality. And it does blow up when immortality goes, but they aren't touching points, so what I would have done is at least walked a bit forward right here, and then through it. That would have given more time for the immortality to have gone down. And then imagine if it went here instead of here. Here. All those people would have died. If he had moved up like 2 steps and been patient. Imagine. Anyways, it's still good. Get back into mech, yeah. Good pick. And that's fine. Focusing hog. I mean, there's a soldier there, but they were kind of far. He didn't have booster, so it was whatever. Now you have Winston. So Diva, not only is Diva good in pretty much every comp, but she is really good with Reinhardt and Winston. And when Diva and Winston are together, and they go in together and kill targets together, it's called Dive, and Dive is a really good team comp. It's where basically the team just goes in, they find a target, a squishy, like her, or a support, they dive it, put all their abilities into them, or maybe not all, most of their abilities in them, kill them, and then it's a 5v6. They look for another target and kill them unless they need to get out. They either kill the target and then get out, or kill the target, and then kill another target, and kill another target, and then just win the fight. Or they kill the target, get out, go back and kill another person, and then by that time it's 2v4, and you could probably just stay in and just win the fight. That's what dive is. Dive is just really comms based. If you have good communication, everyone has a mic, and it's just if you work together good. So that's what dive is. Okay, whatever, Winston. Back. Alright, so Widow just got a pick, and you could probably see the Widow stream coming down right there. I would have flown up here to contest the Widow, and just have high ground. Cause then you can just, here, he's at literally 1 health. And you can see the stream going down there. You know she's up there. All you have to do is boost up here, walk forward, and boom, 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 boom. She's dead. Kinda held DM a little long there, but that's fine. Alright, now at that point. Okay.
Let them up.
So first of all, you should kill the Widow. Then you held DM a little too much. And now at that point, you're far from his team, and he's healing up, and you could see him getting killed by Baptiste. So he's already at full HP, or getting pocketed hard, and you're at half HP. So I would not have boosted forward to kill him. You probably should have just stayed there and did poke damage when you're in immortality. Ozzy, he had hook, so he would have hooked you, but then you boost. When he hooks you, you DM, and then you turn around and immediately boost away, so he doesn't finish him. And you die and get, you know. Again, you should have died there. Yeah, okay. You shouldn't have died there if you had gone back. Good. Focus her. She should die. There you could go up. There she's won. You should just go up and kill her. That's good priority though. You killed the bat first. He's already killed you. Get out there. Get out right there. Alright. Winston killed himself. Lol. Alright, you have your med pack. Yeah, don't go in. That's big, isn't it? Yeah. Wait. What? You yeet the bomb in. And they have that's their team spot. They had immortality. You literally killed immortality with your bomb. But their team weren't in the... Okay, that's their fault, mostly. That bomb should not have gotten much. Plus, you're already using a lot of ults right there, and you use a lot of ults last night, so you don't really want to use very many ults right now. But right there's good. Yeah, now they're pressuring you, so get the high. Or get the high ground. That's actually a smart decision, going for the high ground. Then you could have just shot from above, stayed here. Or if you wanted to, go there. But yeah, to be careful about getting cooked. I would have gone up there, and then as soon as I saw him there, I kind of would have turned and stayed right here. So I wouldn't got hooked. But yeah, and it looks like you win, because they can't touch. Oh, ooh. Never mind. They did touch. Alright, you have them next time. Nice. And you win. Alright, good job. That was actually pretty good. You made a lot of good choices. One thing you need to work on is bomb placements. Like, throwing bomb. Like, there's a couple times where you could have, instead of throwing, just placing bomb down, or throwing it straight forward, or even at an angle like this. Like, if you're right here, and the enemy team is right here, only a couple feet for you, throwing it like this, it would probably go way past the team, go like way over here, and if their team's there, I would imagine throwing it there, because that's a place that they would want to back up into, probably. But if just throwing it straight like that wouldn't work. But throwing it like at an angle like a projectile. Wait. What? This is just like a replay error or something. Okay. Okay. Anyways. What I would do is just practice throwing your bomb at a curve like that, so that you can throw it where you want. And then also DM usage is really important with D.Va. And also, you are kind of feeding a lot. You're going into their team, and somehow you make it out a lot of the time, but that's a bad habit. You need to play with your team if you want to like improve a lot. Just stay with your Ryan, and then work on DM management, and you're actually pretty good with D.Va and management. Alright, I think that's it. Have a good night. And if you want me to do more VOD reviews, or if anyone else watches this and wants to send me replays, just leave a comment or something with the replay code, or you can obviously just tell me, since I know you. But yeah, I hope you learned a lot, and goodbye. I will end the broadcast now.